Yo, today has really been a Without Me by Windwalker's day. Or at least this afternoon. I feel like I communicate best through music, yo. Or like, not say that I communicate best, but when it comes to like person-to-person conversations, I really wish I could just be like, just say a song name, and they're like, okay, I completely understand what you're feeling. Okay, this is me still trying to be consistent with this. I am currently struggling with the motivation to build out this storyboard for this. This would be my third commercial, like proper commercial. First one being the Cell Came On commercial that I hear everybody been seeing since like even in like the US and stuff. My friend Jordan was telling me that he was like, Joshua, you know saying people from my school hate both me and you, right? I'm like, okay, wait, why they hate me for? It's like, oh, the Cell Came On commercial, they be seeing. I'm like, they be seeing it up there, then why they hate you for? And they said they hate him because he affiliated with me. I'm like, wait, what? How does that even work? Like, it's not my fault that the commercial reaching all the way in the US. That don't make no sense. But I guess the client never narrowed down the range of where he wanted the ad to reach. So there's that. So second one being the youth and sports survey commercial. But this one is for My Cart Express. And I don't know, right now this thing's going through my head. I'm really not finding the motivation to do this, partly because I want to create something good. I'm still trying to find my style of doing things, but at the same time, I still want to be able to be compensated for the work I do put in. At this moment, I don't find myself charging for pre-production, which is a big thing here that I don't know. I just not saying that I don't want to charge for it, it's just that I've not been able to, in terms of like people just can't afford it. And that's one thing that's kind of like bringing me down right now, because I feel like there are some people that actually like my work, but they don't value it to the same extent. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, it's mostly depressing for me when people just see me with a camera and just, oh, can you shoot this for me? Can you shoot that for me? I'm like, I've done all this work for you to look at and judge if you actually want me because of me, or you just go for any dude with a camera, to be honest. Or girl. The worst thing is I haven't even asked dude about the budget for this project. This one might be a full day, possibly 2 days, that I need to account for, along with I also want to bring my friend Jordan, because I don't operate a gimbal. I don't use gimbals, and he's a bit better gimbal operator for me, so I would like to have him as a first AC/PA for the project. And it's so dread here because like everybody here wants video work, everybody here wants photos, but nobody knows the cost of what it takes to do a photo or what it takes to take a picture. Like, you know what I mean? It's just really, really bad. I don't know where it stemmed from. I don't know where this originated from. I don't even know if people are trying to educate people onto what it actually costs, or if people are even paying attention. I don't know if I'm worrying too much about what other people are doing, because at the same time I am not acting on it, but it is something that, you know, pops up it is something that pops up in the back of my head. Sometimes I worry that people want change, but they don't want to be the change they want to see. Because I'll rant, but I don't feel like I'm the type of person that will complain about something that I can't change. And I mean, that to say like anybody can change, not say anybody can change anything, but you can try to change it. You know, I'm not going to complain without trying. And if I can't fix it, then it nothing. It's just out of my control, and it is what it is. Was like literally the update video. Instead of working, like I did the update video in procrastination because I didn't want to edit or do the storyboard for the My Card Express. And I'm filming this because I don't want to edit the storyboard that. And for some reason I'm dreading the outcome when I haven't even done it yet. I don't know. There's a lot of things that happened today. There's just a lot of things going through my mind. More time, I say I haven't been able to charge for pre-production. I haven't even been able to charge for equipment. Like, I have my moving out fee. So like, I'll be transparent right now. As of this moment, my pricing is $250 for the first hour. And then an addition for every hour after that, it's $150. So that about $100 from that initial $250 is my mobilization fee. That covers my equipment costs. In all actual, that doesn't even really cover my equipment costs, to be completely honest with you. But that's like the bare minimum I need for my equipment, just in case of I need to rent a camera because of something broke, or I need to rent a lens. You know what I mean? That's my just in case, and that's just for the bare minimum. You know what I mean? That covers a camera and a lens. But yeah, realistically, I'm not even able to charge. Like, for half the stuff that I need to bring, I'm not able to charge for it. Well, at least this new YouTube setup kind of working, you know, because like high-key filmed 2 videos today, and it's so easy for me to just click record. Like, that's all I have to do. Because right now, I'll show you the YouTube setup. So this big old arm, it has my mic connected to it, and it's right over me. I can move this anywhere. Right? And then this arm right here that goes behind my monitor holds my camera. You can see me. And on top of that is my XLR adapter for my microphone. So it's feeding right into the camera. So that gives power to the microphone. So all I have to do is just hit record. Yeah, I say that. Yeah, I just remembered I have this Capella video to edit. You know what I mean? I literally have a whole video. Though I wasn't paid for it. There's nobody rushing me to release this video. But I have it. It's like probably 50% done. As I feel right now, it's 50% done because I think I have to re-edit it. I do a whole re-edit, and I haven't done it because now I have the storyboard to do, or the storyboard I feel like I have to do because I'm still trying to provide value to my client and prove to them why they hire me and why I charge what I charge. But sometimes I still feel like they don't value that. I kind of just want to film more YouTube videos, but I high-key kind of still want to go. I just want to play Warframe right now. Like, that's where I think, yeah, I kind of want to play Warframe right now. Same speed, I also want to create I don't know, maybe like a visualizer, or not a visualizer, but it's like maybe proof of concept, but I don't know. I'm kind of obsessed with that one scene from Percy Jackson with the bull right now. And a while ago, this local artist, she went around and got testimonies, stories, or she interviewed a bunch of people on island about old stories that possibly would have been lost or not even told if she didn't go out and actually interview some of the older generation and got those stories. And I was very interested in that, and I want to do something with that over the summer. I have this idea in my head. I just haven't executed it, to be honest. Right now I'm broke. I had somebody in mind that I wanted to do it with, as in a collaboration effort, but honestly they just been super difficult to get onto, and honestly it just don't seem worth it at this point. If trying to organize the time to have the conversation if I'm even finding trouble with that, you know what I mean? You know, say through all the networking and stuff that I do, sometimes I still feel like people are still smiling in your face just to be nice, you know what I mean? Just because it's the social norm to do. Kind of worries me sometimes. People tell you they like your stuff, but at the same time, I don't want you telling me that you like my stuff. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what you would have done differently. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point of having this big old community network and all of these people if you post something and they're just gonna heart it, or they're just gonna put a fire emoji under it, you know what I mean? Just like, let me know if, yo bro, you don't think his skin a little too orange? Or dude, you ever thought about doing it this way? You know what I mean? Obviously come along as a respectful thing, you know what I mean? But it's like, sometimes I like, what the point of knowing all these people, right? If they see me trying to do stuff and they see a way it could be done better and they don't say anything. You know what I mean? Like me, a person, I welcome criticism. You know what I mean? Because like, if you found something to criticize on, it's something that could be worked on. And if I feel like it don't need to be worked, that's good too. But like, if you can find a fault, I'm trying to get better. Like, I'm not trying to create something to please everyone. I'm still trying to create something for me, and for me that hopefully other people resonate with and end up liking. But for the most part, I'm not trying to please the mass majority of people. I don't know if this all making sense at all. This high-key rant. I don't know about vlogging in public. I still kind of self-conscious about that. I still like my little sit-down videos. Right now I feel it's like the time to educate people here. Came on, especially the people that are just coming up, about the business of being a creative. And I say this, but I feel like I'm not the person to do it. I don't feel like I am supposed to do it. I don't feel like I've done enough in my own career to then tell somebody this is the standard, or this could be the standard, or this should be the standard. I only know what I've researched, what I've experienced. And compared to most, when it comes to experience, that is very few. But I was watching, I was scrolling on Instagram, and Pharrell, I came across this Pharrell quote, and he was saying, creativity without business is victimization, and business without creativity is a waste of time. Yeah, that just had me thinking, because it's like facts. Because you being a creative, right? You out here doing all, if you're a creative, you're a videographer, you're a photographer, you're a graphic designer, right? And you in business with people, but you're not taking it as a business. You're not taking it seriously as a business. Like, you're not charging your worth. You're not even covering your. You don't even know what your. You don't even know what your overheads are, and then you're not even getting paid on top of that. That is just victimization, as in you are not even getting paid enough to do the work that you took your time and your effort to produce. Whether you being a painter, like your paintbrushes cost something. So there's the paint, your palette, I think it's called, where you mix the paint and everything, your canvas, and not just the materials. When you think about the time dedicated to a project too, and then not to mention years of skills to get where you are in the first place also play a factor. It's like, and obviously if a business is not creative, then it's just not a business. It's not like businesses thrive on creativity, and I feel like creative's supposed to thrive on businesses also. You know, it's like a give and take type thing. Because if you look at like Nike commercials always interesting. You know, I don't feel like there's a single person that would skip a Nike commercial or anything on like Nike's Instagram page or TikTok or whatever, because it's all very interesting to look at. It's all very creative, and Nike's a business and they utilize creatives to market towards other people, come up with new designs, innovate in their own business. And I feel like that's also what creativity is. It's innovation. So like, are you being compensated for your innovations? Are you even being compensated to try something new? Because if you're a creative, you're not trying something new. You're just a cog in a machine, in like a machine that you self-built. It's not a don't fix what's not broken, it's what can be improved. That is some, like when it comes to a new project, I always try to figure out something new. The person that hired me to do Capello, they showed a reference of what they were going for. There was an effect in that I was like, shh, I got a new PC now, let me try this. You know what I mean? Like I've always seen the videos, the Rolling Loud 2022 video that was done by Jackson or Jason Wigger, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And I've always known about him because of TikTok. But I finally got a new PC because my PC was struggling. So I'm like, now is the time to see if I can try this effect. You know what I mean? To be honest, I messed up because when I got to Capella, I did not shoot for the effect. I didn't shoot for that effect in the way that it needed to be shot, you know? But I still feel like I came out with something good. And then I found the next effect, like, I want to say like 2 days ago. And I did it with the Capella footage, and it did not come out as clean as I would have wanted it to be. But the fact is, I still have the proof of concept. And so I can do the post work. I just can't right now, I just need to figure out how to do the setup in order to get the footage I need in order for the whole process, the whole video, the whole effect to come out clean. I was talking to my friend Tevin about this the other day. You know, so as a creative, I feel like you need a bit of jealousy in you too. Like I feel like to survive and to be the best, you gotta have an ego and you have to be jealous at the same time. And there's this like a balancing act between the two, because you gotta have an ego to say that your work is good. You gotta have an ego to say that you produce the best work. You need, like, every time you get on set, you gotta be like, yeah, but I'm him, I'm her. But at the same time, where ego's involved, you still gotta be humble enough to still take criticism, still take other people's opinion, understand what you could do better. And for me, where jealousy is confirmed, for me personally, I'd say I'm a jealous person. But I'm not saying you have to be like me, but I feel like this is an interesting way of thinking about it, because I'll say this and say that there's jealousy and envy. Like I say, envy is like the more sickening part of, or sickening jealousy that'll like run you to the ground, that'll destroy your life type thing. But jealousy, no, I feel like wanting what somebody else has is not necessarily a bad thing. Cause like I can look at one man and be like, yo, how he get this client, yo? Like I want this client. But you know, it's just not stopping there. It's like, okay, let me figure out how he got this client, right? Okay, he probably did this, and this. Okay, now what I can do to get this client, I can probably do this, and this, and then put it in the work. You know what I mean? It always ends with putting in the work and getting that for yourself. And maybe some people wouldn't call that jealousy. That is what I call it. But it's like, I don't think there's anything wanting what someone else has. It's just wanting it and just growing bitter, or just hating or growing envious of someone, of what someone has, and not willing to put in the work itself to get that thing that you want. Because I'd say like there's a lot of things I'm jealous of right now, but at the same time I don't care because I'm not putting in the work to get those things. And at the same time, what makes me feel that way, in the fact that I don't care, is the fact is I know the people who got it put in the work to where they get it, and I can't be mad or bitter towards them for putting in work that I'm not willing to put in myself. You know what I mean? But just knowing how to get there, sometimes I'm just satisfied knowing how to get there. Or like, not saying knowing how to get there, but being able to come up with a plan for myself to get there if I decide to. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the rant there. I think I'm just gonna end it there. I still kind of want to play Warframe. I still need to do this video. I hope somebody got something from this rant. I really hope somebody got something from this rant. I'm thinking of doing for anybody that made it to the end of the video, I'm thinking of doing a podcast, or starting a podcast. It's going to be about cameras and photography and creativity as a whole. So don't ask me about any other questions, but I do need segments. Like, so far I have introductions. For my first segment, I'd ask whoever I'm with. This was like what I was talking about in the last video. Jabari would probably be the first person. If there's anything interesting happening or anything that we're excited for. And I was thinking about having 3 more segments, so 4 segments in total. But I don't know what those other 3 segments can be. So for anybody that has any ideas or anything that I don't want to know, or any ideas that you have, please shoot me down a comment or a DM with any ideas that you may have. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all enjoyed the rant or got something out of it. This is Peace, and I hope y'all go get some EXP for yourself.